A man had one round, done. There is, whether you're satisfied or you're not satisfied, we are done, we're done, we're done. But in the beginning, we will struggle with everything. We will probably even, he's coming, but he's keeping the pace and everything else. What he's trying to do is to impress you. Women want to live a Hollywood life. When you are living in Qatar or you're living in Kenya.
It will depend how you started.
How we started?
Yes.
What, you mean?
If you start giving me flower, don't stop.
Hey, things start so they can end. There's always a beginning and an end.
Actually,
there must be a beginning, a middle, and an ending.
And if you start from the beginning,
yes,
you started with flowers.
Okay.
You should do that until the dead do us apart.
Aren't you bored with things? You told me
surprise.
You will always say, oh, change things, do something different. Okay, typically, I give you, every day I come back from work and I have these flowers, I deliver it to you. After some time, you become bored.
Not every time.
Okay, now you're changing your mind. You're saying not every time.
I'm not changing my mind.
Okay.
But there's something that, like, if we start dating, you can call me like the full night. When you're at work, you'll ask me, how are you doing?
Yes.
Yes. But when I get married to you,
yes,
you leave me inside your house or I'm at work. You don't want to know how I am.
That's true. That's true.
Why?
So I'm going to say this. Women, you have to get it.
Don't talk about women. Talk about your gender.
Okay, fine. But you got to get it into your head that when a man wants something, he will go the full length. After that, it becomes a work. That's why it is called companionship. In the beginning, it is never called companionship.
No.
It is called courtship. Courtship because at this point, I have to present my case. You are the judge, the jury, you are everything. In fact, you are the lawyer, you are the judge, you're everything. I have to present my case and you have to say, okay, I agree, I choose you. So whilst I'm presenting my case, everything that I need to do to make sure that you say yes, and I win the case at the end of the day, I got to do it. So if it is the flowers, if it is calling you every day, if it is talking to you all night long, I'm going to do that. Now, after getting married to you, you don't expect it to continue like that. I mean, we are out of things to talk about. Now we talk about how are the kids?
Yes. Now you're coming on my own line. Welcome. Wait.
Okay,
let me take you to the line.
I don't think you've got something here to say.
I got everything.
All right,
my dear.
okay, go ahead. Let's go.
Nowadays, I'm talking about the marriage nowadays.
Yes.
If you get married to a woman, the companionship or whatever you're calling it, and communication, it's just cut.
It's true.
You want to come to the house,
yeah.
Have made dinner for you,
yeah.
Eat and go to bed. You don't need that, the communication we had when we were chasing each other or the time you were chasing me. You don't want that anymore.
It's not that he doesn't want that anymore. I have situations that comes up. Let's say I'm at work.
Yes.
Seriously considering things of the day. No, waiting. Okay, fine. Wait. If I don't call, why don't you call?
And
I was the one that was doing all the calling before we get married. Now we are married. If I don't call, why don't you call?
Why don't you continue what you started? If I didn't call you, why did you continue calling when I'm not calling you when we are chasing each other?
The advert is finished. We are now in the main movie. Don't still be looking at what happened in the advert and say, why is that one not happening now? Take your time. It will still happen somewhere along the line. The advert, the time for campaigning is finished. Now serious business begins. You know why politicians always come to you and they say all the nice things, but then they get power and they forget everything they say? Because it's campaigning time. If it was campaigning time, we'll do everything for you. During campaigning, we'll come and drink your water. You know, we'll squeeze our face and drink the water. After we finish drinking it, forget it. We are not coming back there to come and drink it. We'll come with our bottled water.
Guys, this I've never been defeated in anything. But these ladies, I'm just being put on a corner.
No,
I don't know if I'm going to come out. But listen.
Okay.
If you hear, if you have a dog, and one day that dog bark at you.
Wait, are you calling a man a dog?
I'm not calling anyone a dog. And that dog bark at you.
Why don't you use a cat?
Just know there's somebody else who is feeding that dog.
Why don't
and I'm not talking about dogs. I did not say it.
Why wouldn't you use a cat? Why are you using a dog?
If no, a dog is so much. What can I say? So
what
much.
can you say? Say it. Let's see. Why not a cat?
Loyal.
Loyal. Okay.
Loyal.
Okay. Good. Dogs are loyal, so men are loyal.
And if you see the dog barking at you, just know that somebody else is feeding him.
Okay.
Yes.
If your dog is barking at you, right?
Yes.
Okay. Good. But you also know that sometimes when your dog sees you, it's been a while, and he sees you, the first thing it does is to bark. It doesn't mean that it's barking at you to attack you. It's barking for that passion and attention. And I understand. Maybe I have to help you out here. Yes, men are faulty most of the time. When we get married, we get settled. And by the way, the reason why we get settled is because you are the one that do all the running around. A man does all the running around. It's so, come to think of it. I do the calling, recharge your phone, kind of like run around for you, call you all the honeys and the things. We are the first to even say I love you. And you're still there, I'm thinking about it. Will you marry me? I will get back to you on that. And all that stress, and then finally, we get settled. Remember, you just used the example of dogs. So I'm going to say this. If you run a dog around for a very long time, it's chasing you from the bone and everything else, it gets to a point it just sits down. And even when you dangle the bone, it never comes back again. It's just sit down because it's catching its breath.
Oh my God.
Yes, your God. Now you will need him.
I need him.
Because the truth, yes.
Because this one is getting on my nerves.
No, it's not getting on your nerves. I'm just telling you the truth. Now,
okay.
Can men do better? Yes. Do some men do better? Yes. Can some men even try a little bit more? Yes, I agree. Men, we settle down so quickly. It happens even in sex. A man have one round, done. Whether you're satisfied or you're not satisfied, we are done. But in the beginning, we will struggle with everything. We will probably even, he's coming, but he's still keeping the pace and everything else. What he's trying to do is to impress you. That is the campaigning period. Once the campaigning period ends and you make a choice, you decide that this is the man I'm going to be with. He's going to resign back to gain his body back and gain himself back. And now it's going to take you some effort to be able to get him back to that point. Now, if I'll give you a trick, I'll tell you what I will want my woman to be doing. You don't call, she calls. Hey, babe, how are you doing? Say, I'm fine. You're fine, right? I haven't heard from you the whole day. Want to catch up with you. By the way, I think you should call me back when you have time, before you get home. You know, right? Click. Oh, this lady. Okay, all right, I gotta do that. If it doesn't do it the first day, don't be angry because, again, it's an old dog. You have to train it to get there. And don't get so angry. It comes home. You, even when I called you and you did none and then, when you're nagging like that and you're in his face like that, he loves you for one thing, that you are still there and you can still talk to him. That's number one. Number two, he knows that that night is going to be, because there is a fight. It's definitely going to be ding, 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 ding. All right? So men sometimes even create a situation so they can get that going too. Hey, it looks like I'm revealing everything about men, but all I'm trying to say is that relationship is a work, and work takes two to be able to entangle. Look, if I have to do all the work, I'm doing the calling, I'm doing the buying, I'm doing everything else that keeps the relationship going. When my fire dies, your own doesn't matter anymore. Now you will feel neglected. What stops you from buying me something? What stops you you can use my credit card to buy yourself a hair and a dress, but you can't buy me one shirt. You can't buy me a shoe that you saw that you like. Spice things up. It's not all about in the bedroom. Sometimes you got to spice things up even outside of the bedroom.
Okay.
I am okay. Don't worry. I know.
Okay. Ladies, please. We need to keep our games up. If your money is down, just keep the game up, please. I just got something I never knew here from this gentleman.
Yes, of course. I am a gentleman. Oh, now, let me tell you something. I know that sometimes people think that communication is all about calling and calling. I have learned from my experience that it's not all about the calling. Even when you are not able to call, when you get back home, if you can just put your hand around that woman and say, honey, how was your day? That is no more about how was your day as a man, but how was her day also. And the truth is, in the modern marriage, you want the traditional marriage relationship, but the traditional marriage relationship does not work in our modern time. Why? The man is working, the woman is also working. So who asks who what? Who calls who at what time? You are busy, I'm also busy. If you were busy and you couldn't call me, I should, so it should be hand to hand. You're also working, I'm also working. So we need to be able to find a way to, work with each other.
Okay.
I'm happy that today I got something out of you, man.
Oh my God, you got me.